Good to see you. My last video I mentioned I wanted to get a van, but I didn't mention what kind. I want to get a Ford. I did say that. But I want to get a Ford Cargo. A big one. I want to get a long wheelbase and extended body. I'll get a picture for it up here for you. The one on the bottom is the one I want. The one with EB, extended body, and LWB is long wheelbase. The 148 inch. Now that picture doesn't show the high roof, because I do want the high roof. I want the biggest one they got. So I looked around online and I found one at a dealership. Picking up my van today. Pretty excited. Then I brought it home and I got it ready to do the roof rack. That's probably going to be one of the first things I do. Then the next thing was getting the storage unit. I had to get a place to build it because I wasn't going to build it there. Okay, let's see what we can do. Slide this thing to the side and it opens, she says. And there it is. Okay, fairly big though. 10 feet across, 10 by 30, huh? Not bad. Now I gotta get the heck out of here. Now that that's ready to go, I can start dumping stuff in that thing. Rolling. Just like that, away we go. Pretty soon, we're gonna have a camper van. Cubby. Well, it's going to be me and Cubby. That's going to be it. Probably going to put the bed across here, obviously. Probably put shower over there, over that way. Put a bench on the other side. Then on this side is going to be kitchen all the way across with sink at the end, probably. The chairs will probably swivel around. Solar on top. Storage underneath. Probably going to have a outdoor shower. That's what we're going to do. So I got the van. I got the storage unit. Got a place to build it. Looking back, I think I got the storage unit first before I got the van. I'm pretty sure, because I went there in my old truck, which I've already sold by now. The next thing I had to do was I had to get a place for Cubby to sit. I had to make a spot for him to sit. Every time I'd stop or hit the brakes or do anything like that, or hit the gas or anything in the van, he'd slide all over the place. So what I had to do is, in between the two seats, I had to make a spot where he could rest his back up against, so he could sit down and rest his back up against something. And I had to make a spot for his tail to go underneath. So what I ended up doing was building something in between the seats with a little door on it, so that way he can sit there and have a spot where he can have his own little car seat. That's the next project I had to do. Today, I think we're gonna build a car seat for Cubby. A temporary car seat for Cubby. Okay, I'm having trouble marking this thing, so I think it'd be way easier if I just put a piece of tape all the way across it and did it that way. Hold on one second. Close that up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to try to put a 2x4 all the way into here, and I need to know where the end of it is right here. That's that edge, and that is that edge. Okay, it looks like it goes in that far, from there to there. Now we'll mark the other side. Okay. Now we'll mark this side. Do the same thing. It looks like it's crooked, but it's not. And that one is right there. This one is right here. Okay, so now throw a tape measure across there and get a mark on that one from way the heck over there. Which I think I'm going to put the piece of wood on that side over there so I can get a good measurement. So now I got something to hook it on over there. And we'll get a measurement all the way across this thing. And we're looking like 43.5. Okay, that's our number. 43.5. Let's get a piece of paper. Here's a good piece of paper. Okay, so we're going to say total distance across 43.5. Okay, and then I didn't know what that one is and that one is. So let's measure. I'm assuming they're the same, but I'm going to measure them both. We're going to call this the driver's side with the wheel on it. So this one in between here is 9.5. So from there to there is 9.5. We'll measure the other side with my little blue piece of paper. Should work out pretty good. I was wondering how I was going to attach it underneath the seat, and I don't need to attach it. I can just jam it in that little hole there. Just jam it in that spot. Here's my blue piece of paper. I need something to put it on here. Let's put it on this tape. That might work. There we go. Okay. So this side is, I'm assuming it's the same. Yep, 9.5. So 9.5 from both sides. 9.5 inches it is. Inches, 43 total, 9.5. Okay, and we want to come in 1.5 inches, an inch, right? About, looks like about 1.25 inches. Let's do it from the end and look at it a little better. Yeah, about 1.25 inches. Let's call it 1.25 inches. Let's go see what we can do. He's got to stay in there because it's so cold outside. It's so cold he's just freezing. He's just shivering. It's so cold for him. So now we're going to take a tube of fur, one tube of fur. I'm going to go 43 and a what? 43.5 total. Tape measure here. 43.5. Okay. And then that's the very end. So then we're going 9 inches from that. As it said 9? 9.5. 9.5 from there. There's our 9.5. And there's our 9.5. Okay, there's that. And then what we'll do is we'll notch this out 1 inch all the way across, and that'll let those slide in 1 inch. Right? 1.25 inches. think it was 1.25 inches. I said, where's my block of wood? It says right on there. It says right on my block of wood. About 1 1/8 inches. Let's call it 1 1/8 inches. I'm gonna go 1 1/8 inches. Whoa, let's kick everything, right? Okay, 1 1/8 inches. We'll run that all the way down, which is going to be a pain in the butt to do, especially through that knot right there. 1 1/8 inches. Right there. We'll get us a pen on there to make it a little easier to see. And that's what we're going to try to take out. Right along there. And that's what we're cutting out right there. Cut that piece out. And cut that piece right there. So now, then we'll have these 2 slots that can slide underneath the seat. We'll have a nice cross brace across the front that we'll be able to attach stuff to. Let's see what we can do. The only thing I got to really attach to is just to jam that thing in there. So I don't want to screw to the seat, so let's see what I can do. Let's take off one of these lights. Let's get rid of that light. No, that light's maybe on. Let's get rid of this light right here. Take the light away so we got more power. Find that blade. This is gonna be horrible. I got a jigsaw blade somewhere. I just gotta find it. Looks like we are flat blade to change the sawzall to the jigsaw blade. This is actually a small blade. Should be a new blade. It should cut faster. It should cut better. Shouldn't use as much power, hopefully. Look at that. Now we got, yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, so we got it started. I just got to get this part. I got to get this part back to there, and then get the blade in here and start running all the way down this here. All the way down to here. Way the heck down here and get that one. telling you, this blade always breaks. That is the ugliest cut I've ever done in my whole life. God dang. That is the ugliest thing ever. Jesus. I'm getting the saws off. I mean, look at this. It looks like somebody chewed on it with their teeth. This part doesn't look too bad up here. And this side looks good. I'll put that side up, but that side's going down for sure. Nobody's going to see that, hopefully. God dang. Okay, my back hurts. That took a half an hour. Oh my God. The crappiest saw, the crappiest blade. That is the worst. Look at this. If you can see it. This isn't too bad. It's not bad. It's screwed up right here a little bit, but not bad. But this side, it looks like somebody chewed on it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Looks like somebody chewed on it because the blade's all bent. This side ain't too bad. Let's go check the fit. Put this in the right way. Cubby's got a wind, doesn't he? Let's try that side first. A little bit down this way. Not quite. Let's trim some up the end. A little bit short. Let's try this. Yeah, that's the part that needed to come off. It broke off. Okay. That goes in. That's in there. I'd say that's in there. That's about as far as it's going. Yeah. I think we're going to be happy with that. I think we just want to leave that right there. Boy, it doesn't even want to come out very well either. So I say we leave it. Let's try getting them started here first. One. That went pretty good. Now we're splitting it. I only want the one. Just the one. Yeah, I thought it might be a wrong thing to do. So we'll just do the one. Okay, so what do we have on the outside here? It's not straight at all. Jesus, look at that. 14 and a half I need. This has got to be way the hell over here. Jesus, because the cut's all crooked. This is dumb. This is stupid. I need better tools. And that saw is worthless. It's freaking worthless. What time is it? Can I go get a saw? Jesus, this is worthless. There we go. 14 3/4 and 30 1/4. It's temporary, I guess. It's gonna have a hole in the bottom of it. I mean, it won't matter. This is terrible. I'm gonna get a goddamn saw. I'm gonna get a skill saw. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get both. This is dumb. Tomorrow we're going tool shopping. I think that's what's going to be happening. At least it'll be thinner. Trying to cut through such thick stuff, it makes the blade wobble all over the place. And it's pretty straight now, but we'll see. Between them two, that worked good. This is just driving me nuts. I can't handle this. This is bugging me. I hate not having big stuff. Work harder. Work smarter, not harder. Work smarter to have a better tool. Okay, that won't be too bad because I'm going to cut that one out anyway. Probably going to cut that corner out because I'm going to have to put some kind of brace up to make the door. Okay. This is the underneath side of the seat where I was cutting the boards and measuring. This is the way it ended up. So it's tucked in underneath there like it was before. And then this is the board that I cut. This is the board underneath. It goes underneath the seat on both sides here. This is the board that you saw me cutting. The bottom board there. Then after I did the bottom board, then I run 2 braces across here that come back on either side. They got to come underneath of this part here on the seat, so they come underneath there. I put a 2x4 underneath here on the very bottom, down underneath here to a screw 2 down there, so it's off the metal floor by 1 2x4. I don't know if you can see it down there. Then I put 2 sides up on the edge here. One side on this side, one side on this side to do the hinges. That way I got hinges on both sides. That way there's hinges over there, so that way I can put a door on and close the door. And that way Cubby has a spot so he can sit there, and he can sit in between the seats. He's got a nice flat spot to sit. I can put his blanket in there, and that way he's got a spot in there, and then I can reach over from the driver's seat and I can open this thing up and let him out if I want to. Or when he's sitting there, I can reach over and close this door like this. I can close it right there. Makes it very easy to open and close. And then this is what it looks like with this blanket in there. So he just has a blanket in there that sits in there, and that way he's got something to sit down. Sometimes he lays down. When I turn the heat on the bottom down there, he'll lay down and put his face right in the heat, and the heat comes right in and warms him right up. Close the door up for him, and he can sit right there. He's got a space underneath for his tail to come out, and so his tail kind of sticks out the back here, and he can lay down right there, or he can sit up and lean up against the back here. Works really good for him. Okay, inside. Inside. Up. Sit, please. There you go. Got his tail sticking out, see? Cubby. Cubby, look over here. Hey, look over here. Let's see. I see your face. Yeah? You good? And then I can open this up here like this, and he can come out, no problem. Works really good for him. Well, that's video number 2. Went all the way from figuring out what type of van I wanted to buying the van to bringing it home. Storage unit ready, so I got a place to build it, and actually did my first project. Did Cubby's car seat in there. I hope that video helps somebody if they want to put a car seat in for their dog. It actually is really, really helpful for him. He really likes it. It really gives him a good spot to be. And if I need to eat something in the front seat, like say I want to have a burger and I don't want him right there next to me, I can put him back in the back and close the door, and he can't come in there. I can sit and eat my burger and eat something, whatever I want to. And then when I want him to come back in, I can just open the gate and he can come back in. It works good to keep him in. It works good to keep him out too. Works really good. But I hope it helps somebody. I hope it was detailed enough, and I hope it wasn't as painful as you to watch as it was for me to do. That jigsaw, I'm not sure about that jigsaw. Like I said, later on I end up getting a Sawzall and a skill saw, and I actually bring in my chop saw and my table saw too, and that helps out a lot too. But next video, we're gonna have a video of me making breakfast. I'll show you what I have for breakfast, and I'll show you where I make lunch. And here I have some soup and sandwich, I think, for lunch. And that is done with propane stove. My original design was to have a propane stove in here, and after using that propane stove, by living in the van, I'm actually deciding and redesigning it and figuring out what I actually want and what I actually need and what I think I want. And then when I start using it, I go, I don't want that. I don't like the moisture from the propane stove, and I don't like the less oxygen from the propane stove. So I redesigned it after this video and decided that I want an electric. I want more power, and I want an electric cooktop is what I ended up doing. But at the very end of the video, we'll do the same thing. We'll do another project at the end of the video, and this project will be my temporary sink, my bucket sink. Anyway, until then, like I said, I hope this video helps somebody. Until then, like I said, thank you for listening.